Good afternoon, everyone. Jason here. Today is December 12th, and this is your aftermarket update. All right, so one of the things I want to talk to you about here today is this live training that we're going to be conducting on December 21st. We are going to be talking a lot about price action, volume, order flow, and support and resistance. One of the things, the focal points for this is your trade plan. Now, it's interesting here. Today provided us, and I wanted to show you this specifically today, because as we were entering into the market today, let's see if I could pull up this chart for you. As we were entering into the market today, you had this huge rally and gap up on the OPEC news. So there was an OPEC meeting on December 10th, which was Saturday, and we had this huge gap open on the OPEC news. So what we knew going into our trade plan is that this was an unexpected fundamental, non-technical event. Now, there was some technical reasons why we stopped back at this level, and I'll show you that really quickly here. We'll move this back to a daily chart. There was a technical reason why we stopped up here. First of all, if you measure this swing from May of 2015 down to February of 2016, you had this 70.5 here. Sorry, the 78.6. In fact, you had three whacks at this 70.5. You came up to this 78.6. Also, I'm going to draw your attention back here to the left of the chart. This was back in January of 2015 to March of 2015. You had this triple top here, and then if you go back here just a little bit further into April, it's a triple top right into the same area. So you had lots of price resistance right here where the market rallied up into, and that also represented your 78.6 retracement. So we spiked up there, but really the key or the tell here as we were entering into our session today was you did have this double top right up here at this 54.50. Now I'm going to show you something else here that's interesting today. We'll come back to this particular look here. And I want to bring you to this chart here. These are your volume bars, but I'm going to do something with these volume bars here. I'm going to squeeze these in just a little bit. So we're going to squeeze these back in here. And I want to show you just one idea here that will give you some sense into the way that the market was behaving. Again, these are price action and price pattern studies that we'll be talking about here in this training that we're going to be doing on December 21st. So again, we're looking for price action to help you understand what the market is doing. So one of the things here, and this is a very quick little example here. So we're going to go to fib retracements, and we're going to grab this swing here, and I'm going to drag it down to this swing. Okay, so that brings you right up into the 78.6 retracement area. Then you take this next swing here, this fib retracement swing, and you measure from this high down to this. This is the big swing here, right? And there's a 61.8 fib retracement. Okay, and so then you grab the next set, and you grab this swing high that was the 61.8, and you drag it down to here, and that's the 78.6, right? And so this pattern of after you hit that double top, you would sell off, you would come back into a fib level. You would sell off, then you would come back into a fib level. Then you would sell off, and you would come back into a fib level. And that's a pattern that really repeated itself just over and over and over again today. It doesn't always work that way, but that's the pattern that presented itself today. There is a swing to a swing low to a 78.6, right? And so this just continued on all the way down until you got into this break point down here today. The other thing that I want to show you here is just the importance of your decision points, these support and resistance levels. All right, so you see here you had this big rally up, right? And you've got big rally up here, move down through your decision point, another move up, move back into the decision point, and it just continues this pattern throughout the entire day. It's a little bit easier to see it on this chart here, and I'm going to show you a couple things here in terms of price points as well. So here it is. This is your move down. There's your retracement. You come back up, you get a retracement into the step. You come down to this step, and it moves up, doesn't quite get to the step above it, and moves down. So these are all opportunities. You had a series of lower highs, high, lower high, lower high, lower high, all the way down today, really giving you good indication. So you had decision points, price structure, you had patterns. I'm going to show you another pattern here that you could have, if you would have taken this, and I don't know that you would have, but it's a very clean pattern here, okay? So as you made this high up here, this was in the overnight session, as you rallied up into this high on 18,000 contracts, you had 17,000 contracts on the pullback, a weak pull up making a shoulder. That's a left shoulder down. There's the head. There's the neckline. There's the right shoulder. And you had the breakout, all giving you good volume indication. You had the pullback. You had the breakout. Both of these are in the red. You had a pullback up here to this level. And this market just continued to fall out of that zone all day. So, again, recognizing price patterns, understanding where the support and resistance levels are, understanding that these move in these fib waves, right? And today was a really good example of that. Just fib wave after fib wave, giving you opportunities to get into the market really for the balance of the day. So that's the good news. The difficult news sometimes is it doesn't always move in a straight line. So I'm going to show you a couple of trades today that we took that end up taking out our target, but they come back and on the pullback take me out before the market goes all the way to fruition. They ended up being nice trades, ended up having a good day here, and I'm going to show you these two trades. Now, I've condensed them down. Each one's about 35, 40 minutes long. But I've condensed them down into about 5 or 6 minutes. But the point of that is that there's a lot of activity that goes on, and they don't always go in a straight line. I also had a couple of losing trades here today. So one of the things that we try to teach here is how to cut your losers short and let your winners run, right? That's one of the things that we look to try to do on a day in and day out basis. So if you look here at this 19 level, this is going to be a good example. So I'm going to turn on, I believe it was our daily structure signal here. There was 53. So as the market, so we had this context in here today. We had this head and shoulders pattern. You had a pullback at a 78.6. You were inside of your breakpoint area, and the market continues to push down. Then right at the open, you come down and you pull back up into this level here. So this was the 50% retracement of this area here, right, of this move. I believe that was the 50% retracement. Maybe it was 67. Let's take a look here. Hang on a second. I'm going from memory. Let's go back and look. So if you measure this swing here down to here, right? Okay, so it was the 67. So I tried to get short here at this 67. It came back. It pulled up. I looked to try and get short on this 61.8. I took a quick stop. And then eventually where you're going to see me get in is 79, right? I'm going to ultimately get in at the top of this fib level. I'm ultimately going to get in at 79. And then we were looking for this target down here at 19. That's 60 ticks. So I took a couple of small stops here. And then we were looking for a 60 tick target. Now I get pulled out. I get snagged out on this retracement right here. And I think I only got snagged out by 5 or 6 ticks, and then it ultimately came down to 19. So again, looking at price action and volume, and you'll see some of that idea as you watch that trade of the day video. But again, I took a couple of small stops and then eventually took what ultimately ended up being a trade that went 60 ticks. Now I didn't get all of those ticks as it took me out a little bit on this pullback, but eventually got down for 60 ticks. Same thing happened here today. We're going to turn off the structure point here, and we're going to look at these revisions. So what I was looking for here is this target down to 19. The market pulls back and forth. I end up getting short right around 20, and I get snagged out. Then the second trade you're going to see is I'm going to look to get short right underneath. Let's go back here. It's back in this area right here. So as the market comes back into 19, you end up with a double top up in this area at 39. And we had a revision signal. So let me turn everything else off here so you can see what I'm referring to. Okay. You had a revision signal right here, one of your decision points, this revision signal right here at 32. That's where you're going to see me get in. I actually get short. It takes me out, comes back, double tops. And then based on the volume and our revision signal, I'm short again there at 32. And ultimately, I am looking for the daily structure signal as your target underneath you down at 74. Right, as your decision point, and that's what you're going to hear me talk about. This comes all the way down here to 80. I get taken out at a pullback up to 92. But look what we ended up doing by the time the day finished. we come all the way down into that level there at 74. So again, we had the right idea. Your decision points, your volume, your trade plan gave you an idea on using your market maker levels, and all of these ideas together gave you what turned out to be a really nice trading day. So I'm going to let you watch these trade of the day videos. But again, understand I took a couple of small stops in the process, but the first trade that we took ended up having a 60 tick target that it achieved. And the second trade that we took was from 32 down to 74. That was almost 60 ticks. That was a 58 tick target that ultimately gets achieved at the end of the day. Now, having said that, I got pulled out a little bit early on both of those trades, but those two trades together with those long targets and cutting your losers short provide you with very good opportunities. So before I let you watch those videos here today, these are all of the things that we're going to be covering in the training. We're going to show you how to use your wave tool. We're going to show you how to use your volume bars. Again, we're going to show you how to use your support and resistance levels. These are your market maker levels. These are your standard support and resistance levels. And this entire training is going to be conducted live, so you can ask questions. You can get the information firsthand from the horse's mouth, if you will. We'll also be providing you with indicators and trading room access. And so there's going to be lots of information around this training program. In fact, in the email that you're going to get from me, I'm also going to send you this link as well. Let me get this pulled up. All right, so let's see if we can pull this. I'm also going to send you this link as well. And this gives you overview of the training, the trade plan, the volume bars, the decision points, the wave tool. I'm going to go through 3 trade plan reviews for you. There's lots and lots and lots of information about this training program. We highly encourage you, if you haven't done so already, to contact us and get some additional information on what it takes to get registered for this training program. So without further ado, I'm going to let you watch these OTG trades of the day. I am short again, 79, shorting 79, 79, and I'm in short here. Same target underneath you. Stop here is 91. This is the 92 on the stop. This is the same target underneath you down there in that 25, although 68 now, 67 may find support there. We may find support now at the top of this box here. This is the 70.5 of this measurement here. That's your retracement. Again, good volume here above you here, still above you. Good volume above you. We hit down into 77. You've got liquidity at 90 and then 85 here. Stop is 92. 13 ticks to 92. Still same target underneath you here. All right, let's see if we can't move our way down underneath to 68, 67 here. Not, again, are we at this, so anyway, sorry. Multiple thoughts going here at the same time. You've got really not much going on here on your ES. As you're pretty rotational, you're at 15 points total on the move today, but most of that was in the right after the open. So again, you've got volume down here at 78, 77. We've got to fight through. I'd like to see us come back down into 68, 53, 68. At least come back down and test in that zone. That's where the 50% retracement was. This is the 70.5% retracement up here. Is where it was that I'm at now is where I am short. Volume point of control here at 80. And let's see if we can move underneath that volume there at 76. So again, trying to find that spot here where I believe it's going to take us back down, at least initially this morning. 76 and 75, you've got some volume. So again, trying to push down into that 68, 67, top of this box here, which is 70. There's 73. All right, trying to push down into the top of that box, which is 70. Like to get this sustained push. We hit 73 there. And now you've got volume coming back in at 75, 74. Right down to the top here of this zone that was resistance. Okay. Okay, that is 91 is the top of that bar. ES trying to rally just a bit to the structure mid. All right, come on, CL. 78, 77. We got to get underneath that 73. And then really the top of this zone is 70. And then the bottom there was 69. So still expecting to try to push down into 70. That is 73 to 69. We hit the top of that box at 73. And that's where the buyers... that's where you had support and resistance. There's 73. Come on, muscle through that 73 right here. 72, 71. Let's go. Still looking for that target underneath you around 25. There's 71, 70. Yeah, don't stall. 110 on the bid down there at 73 to get through it. We've got to get through 69, 68. There we go. All right, bring the trail stop here to break even. Trail stop is at break even now. Now your target is down there at 25. That's where your target is, 25. Stop is 78. Looking to target down around 19 rather. $34, $33. We hit 32 previously. Not very hard though. Looking to get down to 19. So if we get down to 25 and you've got volume at 28 and 23. So if we get down to 25, we're going to tighten this thing way up. Top of that box is 40. Stop is 44. This bar was 54. Come on, 34, 33. Let's go. Get on through here. Looking to try to get down to your 19 target. There's 31. Let's go 30. There's 31. Get through 30, 29. Liquidity at 30. There we go, 28, 27. Bring the trail stop here to, bring this trail stop to 39. 40 ticks to 39. We got down to 26. Come on. Get underneath it. Get through 30, 29, push through. That 30 is where the recent swing was. Bring this trail stop here to 42. 42 on the trail stop. It's still trying to hang on. We got the 25. Still think we're going to try to get down through it. I think we just... We'll see. There's 40, 41. Stop is 42 right now. Come on, back down underneath this 40. Revision signal here. Come on, get back underneath. One more push down. Let's go. Finish it up here. 37, 36, 40. We're 39, 40. Stop is 42. I think it's going to take me out at 42 and out at 42. That's okay. I am short at 32. My stop here is 44. Stop is 44. Yeah, stop is 44. You've got volume at 45. All right, let's do it this way. Let's take a look here. Let's squeeze all of this in here. Okay, so that's a big pool of liquidity at 42. And then another big batch at 52. So right there is 41, 42. Then you've got down here at 53.10 and 53.04. All right, so more shorts than longs on the chart as well, on the board. Limit order short than there are longs out there. Still. Not by much, but by a little bit. 32 is your revision signal. The revision target is down there at 53.07. All right, you've got an iceberg order there at 34. I did not want to pop through that. Volume beginning to follow in underneath you here. 34, 33. Got to fight your way underneath 33, 32 again. 32 is where that revision signal is. That's your decision point. And so we need to come down and test that 1920 area again. So I just want to bring this here. Right? This is that band of volume, right? And now 24, 25, 24. That's where the buying pressure has come back into play. We opened at 24. It closed up here. So again, you've got buying and selling going on. That's 38. This is the zone here. We're trying to keep this lid on it here. This goes all the way up to 48. I'm not going to bring my stop to 48 from here. Not going to do that. But we will see here. Right? 33, 32. You've got volume down here at 30, 40. Sorry, 52. Somewhere between 52.95 and 52.75 would be your target underneath. You've got to get back underneath that 25.24. Remember, we need a bar to close 23 or lower here. We need a bar 23 or lower on a close. There's 26, 25. Now let's go 24. There's 23. Bar to close, 23 or lower. That's where the volume picked up before. Is it 24? There we go. Come on. All right, bring this trail stop back to break even here. 23 or lower on a trail stop here. That's where this bar stopped at 24. So 23 lower on a trail stop. Sorry, 23 or lower on a close. The trail stop right now is 32. 52.95 to 75 is the target. Right, that's your target underneath you here. For me, it's 03. There's 86, 85. It's actually 98 on the trail stop here. There's 84, 83. Come on, 83, 82. Let's get through it here. 145 long at 80. Bring this trail stop here to 92. There's 80. Bring this trail stop here at 92. That's 40 ticks off the original entry here. And now we're kicking it. 74 is your target down below you. 74 is your target underneath you here. Come on. Get through it here. 90 above you. That swing high there is 97. Bring this stop to 98. 98 on the stop. 98 on the stop. We got to, there's 87, 86 again. 85. We get down to 80. I'm not going to get greedy with it. Bring this down to 92 now on the stop. If we get down to 80, again, it can't get through it, then I'm going to... We'll see. Come on, 87, 86. Get underneath it here. 92 on the trail stop. That's probably too tight, but we got down to 80. There's 92, and I'm out. All right, so you can see on both of those trades that the market did take me out on a pullback, but ultimately hit the targets that we were looking for. So, again, volume tools, price action, pattern recognition, and your understanding of the way that the volume sets up around your decision points was key here today to a couple of decent, really nice short trades. Again, just remember, we did have a couple of losing trades in the middle of those, but again, those are small losing trades compared to the bigger winners. So what we try to do in here again is cut those losing trades short, let those winners run, and we were successfully able to do that here today. So again, as always, I want to say thank you for spending time watching the videos here at the Oil Trading Group, and until next time, I want to wish you good luck and good trade.